Fijo. Opposite ends of the spectrum, but might be just what you need that weekend. MasonicCleveland.com if you want info on the Bad Religion show. I'll give you the last pair of tickets I have this week. Okay, good luck. Caller 10. These are yours. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Podcast anytime on our iHeartRadio app.
Ooh, what's a podcast?
Like a TV show, but without the pictures.
Baby, that's called radio. What you're describing is radio.
And live on the radio weekday afternoons.
On 100.7 WMMS.
These guys are dynamite. This is a Mexican band called Afterglow. Played them a couple of weeks ago on 2 Hours to Midnight. That is our metal show that we do here on The Buzzard. And we'll do it again tomorrow night. If the Guardians game doesn't go long, we will start straight up 10 o'clock. And it's 2 hours of nothing but metal. Brand new stuff, classics, local metal, and your requests. So it's me, Corey Roddick, Pat Butler, each one of us bringing a kind of a different kind of area of metal that we individually dig, and then we throw it all together and play it for you guys. So tomorrow night, 10 to midnight, is 2 hours to midnight. It's all metal here on The Buzzard. Or whenever the Guardians game is over. It's a 7:10 start, I think. So if that goes long with the post game and everything, we might be starting a little bit late. They got rained out last night, so they're starting up a double header today at 4:10 against the Tigers. So I think we're going to join for game 2, which is probably going to be in the 7:30 range. But 4:10 today, first pitch, Tigers Guardians around the corner at Progressive Field. And then they'll play the second 2, weather permitting, tomorrow and Sunday. Then the Guardians are at home next week to host the Dodgers. Alan, if Mary comes back from Vegas having gambled, you can tell her I told you so.
Ah.
But I'm not an I told you so guy.
She's an
You like that?
Yeah.
She's an I told you so guy.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm working on it.
Listen, that's all anybody can do. That's all anyone can do is work on stuff.
I'm working on a lot of things.
I was accused in the break of being hypocritical.
How?
That yesterday I was telling you that you were out of place by telling Bill when you thought he was making relationship mistakes, and now I was doing the same thing to you, except you are an addict.
Bill is an addict.
By your own admission. That does not apply to Bill's
Yes,
relationships.
It does.
You think he's a poontang addict?
Bill?
I'd say more of a hound.
I could be a gambling hound.
Mm-hmm. Mary's not an addict. She's a gambling hound.
A dopamine hound.
There you go. Right. All right. Well, Bill's let me write that down. Poon hound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Somebody should work that into the lexicon.
Clear it up.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
It should be a category in Cleveland Scene's Best of.
Best poon hound?
Mm-hmm.
Ew, that's creepy.
Who would the other nominees be?
There'd be plenty.
You'd be the only non-professional athlete?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But, instead of honored just to be nominated.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. Keep smacking.
Yeah. All right. Listen, I had this thing at the ready. They just keep coming. I don't understand it.
That's what I say.
That's why he's a
I'm poon hounding.
Poon addict. They just... Speaking of nominees for Cleveland Scene Magazine, you have until the 29th to cast your votes for a variety of things around these parts. That gives you about a week and a half. Of course, Bill and Mary are nominated for Best Male and Female Comedians, respectively, and our own Cody Poundcake Brown is nominated for Best Sports Talker. And I couldn't help but think about Poundcake last night, but I mentioned this because you could...
While you're doing what?
Watching the Browns game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Because Cade York for the Browns is this kid who they were betting on to really win in the clinch, and the dude is not doing that.
No, he's not.
And as one of potentially Cleveland's best sports talker last night during the game, I felt like they were sending something right out to Poundcake.
Well, I know what they're going to be talking about on Cleveland Sports Talk Radio tomorrow. I mean, back-to-back chances to take the lead, and York missed it twice.
Now, Poundcake, your thoughts?
Yes.
Vote at clevescene.com.
Just sports.
Daily. It's in the people and places section. Poundcake would be a people, not a place. I mean, he's kind of a place in that he is a
state of mind.
He's like
state
a
of
vibe,
mind.
yeah.
Right.
He's a vibe.
And I will add that Katie York, at least he's cute. If all else fails.
Well, that's not going to do him any good to keep his job, by the way. I mean, you have one job, and
What
it's
do you
to
know
win
about
games.
sports?
Part of the job.
Yeah, you're not up for best sports talker. You
Being
don't
a
know.
sex symbol of a team can take you pretty far. Kevin Love got by for years on that.
All right.
He damn sure wasn't playing.
Now,
Where's the lie? Did I just make sense?
I don't know about that. Still, Cody's up for best sports talker, clevescene.com. So enjoy that. In other football news, a guy that you've probably seen in costume on television a lot. He is a super fan for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's the guy. You see this?
Yeah.
This is a guy who dresses up like a wolf. Why the wolf? Is there a connection with Kansas City Chiefs to a wolf, or
No
this
idea.
just a costume this guy had lying around? There's a guy named Xavier Babudar. He's only 29, and he's well known as a Kansas City Chiefs super fan. And it turns out he's also a bank robber. He's been arrested on 3 counts of armed bank robbery, and that he would launder the money through casinos in the Midwest as he was traveling to Chiefs away games.
But wait. How do you launder money through a casino?
You gamble it.
Or no, you don't gamble it. I know what he's doing. You put the money into a machine, print out the ticket, cash the ticket in. Now that money came from the casino.
You've answered your own question. There you go. There's no shortage of ways to do
Yeah.
it. You could launder it buying property. You could casino, sure. He's Chiefsaholic on social media, and a lot of times you would see him on telecasts of Chiefs games wearing a gray wolf suit. He was linked to 6 robberies and 2 attempted robberies over a 9-month stretch. From Iowa to Oklahoma and other states. In all, he stole more than $800,000. And while he was out on bond, he fled. He got $100,000 in winnings from a sports book in Illinois. He bet on Patrick Mahomes to win the NFL MVP, and he won. And then he hit the road. He cut off his ankle monitor. And he was on the run for 3 months. He's a Chiefs super fan. Xavier Babudar. I love the name. Babudar.
Well, you can always get a job working
Our video
helping out
department.
with the live stream, yep.
Who is helping out today in our video department? I hadn't checked that, but I'll take a look now. Sorry, this page is currently unavailable. That is a long and clunky name. Oh, I'm sorry. Gubba Friggity is helping out today. Gubba Friggity. Yeah, well, I like that. Thank you so much, Gubba.
Gubba.
Mr. and Mrs. Friggity.
Good job,
Anyway,
Gubba.
between Gubba Friggity and Xavier Babudar, let's hope that they are. Let's hope that they don't know each other. Let's hope that they've never crossed paths. Let's hope that they are in no way in cahoots with each other.
In cahoots.
And that the Chiefsaholic on social media won't. But I there's something about that story that I love, though. It's like a character in a movie. You know,
it's
Like a Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, he cuts off his ankle bracelet, hits the road with $100,000 he won on Patrick Mahomes. Then he's on TV in a wolf outfit. They're like, "Oh,
How'd
get
they
that
catch
guy."
him?
Don't know. They linked. Here's my question: did he just get caught because he wore the wolf costume with a Chiefs jersey over it while robbing the bank? Because
I would
boy,
hope not. That'd be really silly.
really silly.
He
That
seems
would
like
be.
a pro.
You want to
He
talk about
seems like a pro.
aggravated robbery? Alan, the Chiefs mascot is a wolf or a rat.
Wolf or a rat. It's one of
Those are
those.
two very different Right. A wolf. Okay. I mean, I guess they couldn't have a Native American mascot. That would be very much
I thought they did.
not of the time.
No, that was the Washington.
They probably did for a while.
Yeah, I think at one point they did have
a mascot is a
something going on
coyote
like
or a wolf or something. Poundcake, was there any fallout with Mom over not seeing Pentatonics? People who didn't know, people who were kind of in and out in the show yesterday, were really champing at the bit to find out what happened at the show last night. And I had to point out that it was during the show that you guys had all, because of the weather, had already bailed on going out to Blossom.
No.
Okay.
She was okay with it because she was going to go to humor me because she didn't want me to I spent $100 on the tickets. So she just didn't want me to eat
that to me.
No.
Would have invested it.
Yeah, but you didn't want to go anyway, so she wouldn't have been humoring you. She just would have.
She just didn't want me to take the loss because she paid for it. But she's not one. She doesn't like me driving at night. Again, she doesn't like me driving at night in storms. And, it was lawn seats. And she had never been to Blossom before.
Did the show go on as planned?
I don't know. I knew I couldn't get my refund, so I didn't care. So I hope they enjoyed it.
Because it was a Groupon.
Because it was a donation.
Yeah.
Essentially a donation at that point. You supported them. You supported their ticket sales, but we just didn't go to the show. And that would...
No, it happened. A pesky thunderstorm wasn't going to keep Pentatonics fans away from Blossom.
There you go. Rain can't put a damper on Pentatonics a cappella sunshine.
Yep.
Yeah, those are people who probably were underneath the pavilion because that was... not what we had.
Anytime you see a show review that includes the word soggy.
Unless it's a Guar show.
I didn't want...
Or the Soggy Bottom Boys.
I didn't want my mom's first concert experience to...
That'd be her first concert?
She's been to concerts before.
No, she hasn't.
You took her to see Jabberwocky.
That's not a concert.
That's a show.
She's never seen a
Your
live
mom's never
concert.
gone to a concert?
No.
She's never seen...
a musical
live
act.
music.
No.
That can't be true. You know your mom had a life before you, right?
No,
She's
she
been
didn't.
on the Corona cruise.
She'll be on it again.
That's not a
But
concert.
it's live
though.
music.
That's
not a
different, though.
concert.
Paying
That's-
tickets to see a show. No, she has
With
not.
all due respect to Boaterhead and Hollywood Shuffle, that's not what we're talking about. Your mom's never gone to. This would have been her first show.
We've seen she used to take us to like Disney on Ice and like
But she's never
stuff-
gone to a concert.
wrestling as kids, but she's never been to a concert. No.
I think she just want to pop her cherry at this point. Get out there and you had to wait an hour for Pentatonics, but then you see it and you're done.
Well, it's also like I didn't want her first concert experience at Blossom to be her walking a mile to the gate just to sit in the mud. So,
But that's a real concert experience. A real concert experience is not necessarily like VIP entrance and,
no, she's never been to a concert.
perks are great, but
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you an addict too? Taking perks over there? Alan said perks are
Exactly.
great.
Exactly.
Perks are great.
That's right.
Mary?
But you guys can ask her this in person. You guys can ask her about the
When? We're never ever going to see her.
On the cruise.
Oh, she's not allowed to the top deck.
What?
What are you going to discriminate against my mom?
No, I'm going to discriminate against you.
I'll talk to your mom.
No,
I'll have a chat
talk
with
to her.
Teresa.
You can ask her about the pterodactyl story. You can get all
On
this
you've
firsthand.
you've already told it. There's
she's
nothing to
told it
ask.
too.
She's not going to be divested of the belief that she saw a friggin' pterodactyl. I'm not going to give your mom a hard time.
Nobody
We
would
know
give
the
my mom a hard
story. There's nothing more to be mined from it. If that's what she believes, what am I going to say? What, point at her and laugh? I mean, she's a grown woman. She's your mother. I'm not going to give her a hard time. She's a guest on our cruise. I'm not going to be.
All right, fine. She can come to the top deck, but Poundcake, you got to stay. Steerage.
Listen, I have my little baggie. I'm going to be down on the bottom deck anyways, like a little bottom feeder.
So to speak.
It's a much different term for him.
That'll be after the cruise. Alan, I have a friend who's 45 and has never been to a concert, where I've literally been to hundreds of concerts and shows. There's some there are some people who don't like
it,
music or don't care about it.
She was on a date and a guy took her to Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Well, then that's a concert.
Okay, I was wrong. She went to Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Knew it.
Okay.
Mary?
What?
Do you want
What? Do I want to what?
to? Say I told you so.
Oh, told you so.
Favorite thing. You didn't even know.
What are you throwing it to me for? What did I do?
You're the I told you so lady.
Yeah. Okay. I'll remember that for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, hey, you know what'd be really great? You know, really be something, guys. You know, if you did more Italian accents, it makes me feel like I'm back in the old country. Some Gavalalush, the Sere Frere, and the tomato, you know, the tomato sauce. Hey, just keep doing more, that's what.
Hey, what are you talking the prosciutto melone? Lady is asleep on the prosciutto. It makes him feel like he's in the home back in the old country. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Whatever
Little
makes you
taste
feel
of
at
home. Mary famously played, I guess that was more of a New York Italian, the lady in the movie.
I was an Italian big-time shot in the movie I played.
Hey, I'm from New York.
Agent. I'm a big New York. I'm walking here. I got a client.
Yeah.
I got to represent him. I can't do that with no legs.
Look at this.
What is that?
I'm showing the camera a
What
gnat
is it?
on my finger.
Oh, good job,
I
Ellen.
got one.
You
Bill.
got one.
I
Good
got
job,
one.
man.
Look at this. We're in the middle of our Italian thing, and
Oh,
you're...
God. So gross.
Do you need hand sanitizer?
No, I'll wash my hands in the break. I'm going to break here in a minute. Anyway, guys, it's like being back in the old country.
Over here killing gnats.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we got an email this morning that we're going to have pizzas named after us back here at Geraci's.
I'm
Whoa.
excited.
At Tito's new spot.
Now, that was my question was, is it based off of the station? Like WMMS has to come up with one? Or does each person get one? Because I am an award-winning pizza chef.
I think the way I read it, because it was sent to a bunch of us, I read it that at different points they're going to go, okay, it's Mary Pizza Week.
Hell yeah.
That'll be great.
I'm going to have to come up with something
I
new.
just asked if we were going to use real buzzard meat.
It's
I
an
would like
eagle,
to have
Bill. It's an eagle.
Buzzard meat. The Bill Squire Buzzard Meat Pizza.
What goes well with buzzard meat?
Ask
what are
the
the
question,
other
how
toppings?
much do you like meat on your pizza?
It's cottage cheese.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Buzzard meat
Buzzard
and cottage
oh,
cheese.
yum.
Yeah, you gotta
I
have-
will
you gotta
totally have a
cheese.
slice. And it's got to be deep dish.
What else? Just
Yum.
that's it? Just buzzard meat and cottage cheese?
Yeah, and then
No,
and then like a marinara sauce,
Kalamata
like a pizza
olives.
sauce.
A honey drizzle or something?
Oh, just capers.
Capers. Okay.
Oh, there's got to be a place where we can get buzzard meat around here.
Alan's pizza is going to be like, it's actually half of a piece of
It's a
one
good thing
crust.
they serve salads because
And
it's
you-
just a salad.
You dip it in the marinara so you don't overdo it.
It's just,
But you have to use low-fat vegan cheese because you don't want all that
it's
calories.
just wet spinach.
Laugh it up, dummies. No, vegan cheese. What are you talking about? That's disgusting. Even vegans don't like that. No.
Listen.
Real
They lie to
cheese.
themselves and say
You
they
don't
do.
know
Real.
anything.
Come on. I love pizza.
You're bad with food,
I'm not. I'm judicious with food.
and that's never been
That
said in a
is-
fun
that
way.
sounds
I don't.
like a
I don't
very-
stuff myself like you animals out there. I eat what I want to eat in moderation. We're coming full circle here, Mary.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't know
I
moderation.
love pizza. I just can't eat it as much as I would like to. If I could live on pizza, I would.
Pizza's my favorite food.
It's awesome. I can't wait to whatever they're going to do over there. I can't wait. Best news I've gotten since the birth of my child.
Pizza.
A little bit of an exaggeration. But anyway, Poundcake, what will your pizza be? Double meat.
I was gonna say meat lovers, triple meat, and then
What
caviar.
meats?
Sausage.
Caviar. That'll be affordable. Yeah.
I didn't say it would be affordable.
I have a feeling we're going to be
That was part
limited
of the-
to the ingredients that they already use. by the
I
way.
like caviar and saffron.
So
but
they slice
pizza.
their own pepperoni there. So what my idea is to just not slice the pepperoni and then wrap the pizza around it, and it'll be a pizza.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a
Pizza
corn
pepperoni
dog.
log. Yeah.
Like a like a
Put it on
giant
a stick.
taco with it.
Yeah.
Wrap the garlic knot around the pepperoni
There we go.
or
And
the
then you
garlic
dip it as you go.
pillows, and then you
Yeah.
dip it in the marinara as you go. I would eat that.
What's the
Yeah,
difference
but-
between a garlic knot and a garlic pillow?
These are fluffy like pillows.
And the knots aren't?
No, they're not. They're like not. They're like a not shape.
Well, what shape is the pillow?
It's like
Poofy.
a square.
Is it standard
roll
or
almost.
like an XL, like a long pillow or a standard pillow?
Standard pillow.
Standard pillow. They're good.
They're really good.
Man,
Oh, they have them.
today is so heavy on food talk.
It is,
and
I know.
want it. I
All
had
right.
pizza in a few weeks. And
I wanted pizza last night so bad. What I wanted to do was gamble. But what I did instead is I went to the gym and did a comedy set. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, what other vice can I do? Oh, I can screw all this up and eat pizza. But I didn't. I went to bed without ruining my diet.
See? You found
happen.
you found a secondary substitute. It can be done.
We're going to give up gambling and get fat again.
Please,
you're
big
gonna,
bone.
You're gonna stick with your diet, and you're gonna and you're just gonna have a nice life full of moderation,
A whole
living in the
nice, normal
suburbs,
life.
with your boyfriend and stepchild,
Yeah.
and just be happy.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
gonna-
it.
And that's what you're gonna do.
That's what we're going to do.
Working out great
You're just
so
gonna-
far.
you're
It
just gonna-
is.
Anywho.
You're just gonna settle your way into mediocrity, and you're gonna be happy with it.
You don't make it sound good.
Is there a way to make that sound good?
It's because you have to change your mindset.
I'm going to break here. I will have those passes for you. Want to join us for the Alan Cox Show cruise? It is next Saturday. Captain Fun's Floating Fandango going out on the brand new Lady Caroline with MMS and Bud Light. So if you have yet to get your way on, we'll do that coming back.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.